I actually watched World Cup yesterday, and there's something I noticed. Africans from more than 53 countries were supporting Mexico. Nearly every African. And that support alone affected South African players. They were deeply affected. You could see them in the game, they were not there. They went into the game annoyed, angry, and that's why they got the two reds. And this is a lesson to South Africa in general. You know, before the game, you could see all Africans, regardless of the country, were supporting Mexico, and they were wishing South Africa to fail. They were supporting Mexico more than the Mexicans themselves. It is because of the way South Africa is treating foreigners. I've seen several clips, and they are chasing foreigners innocently. There are foreigners who are innocent, who are running businesses in South Africa. They have licenses to run the businesses, and they are contributing positively to the economy. But out of jealousy, some locals have taken upon themselves to chase those hardworking foreigners away. They don't care which country they come from. But unfortunately, they are chasing fellow Africans and leaving others without chasing them away. So other Africans are angry, and this is a hole South Africans are building or they are digging for themselves, and to come out, it might become difficult. We don't disagree with the fact that there are illegal Africans in South Africa, but the way they are chasing them away is not a good one. If it was done procedurally, for example, in other countries, it is the government or government's responsibility to chase foreigners, to look for foreigners who are illegally in that country and deport them back. That is the procedure that should be followed. But now, South Africans, they're just looking at any foreigner. If they notice you are a foreigner, they don't care whether you are illegally there or not. So they chase you away. They give you some few days to disappear from that place. So South Africans, it's not that the issue is foreigners. The issue is economy. You know, maybe most of them have not traveled anywhere. But if you travel in all these countries, Africa, Europe, and many other countries, right now, people are not happy, majority of the people, because the economies are not doing well. So South Africans believe that these foreigners are the ones that are making them jobless. How can someone running a business genuinely employing your people making you jobless? Because if foreigners come to set businesses in your country, you should celebrate that because they are contributing positively, they're employing your people, and they're paying taxes. They are not violating any law, but South Africans are chasing them away. And all these things have followed them to the World Cup. You could see in that game, they were completely confused and angry. They were given two red cards. It really affected them. And after that game, all other Africans celebrated, and they wish that South Africa be the first country to be kicked out of World Cup. Other Africans were giving excuses. They don't want to support South Africa because maybe South Africans may think they are taking their jobs. And that is a hole that they are digging themselves. And later on, other countries might decide not to have South Africans in their country. So they will be confined in their country and they will regret their actions. So they should start thinking of how to accommodate others. And if at all, there are people who live there illegally, let the government do that work of looking for them, or you just report them and take them to the authority instead of harassing them in the streets and giving them orders when you don't have any authority. That is what simply is happening. And if all other countries will decide we don't want South Africans here, then it will be chaos for them because other countries have united. You go to Kenya, for your information, in Kenya, there are so many foreigners. We have African Americans, we have Nigerians, Burundians, Rwandese, Ghanaians, even South Africans are many here working, and others are hawking. So we have Ethiopians, Eritreans, Tanzanians, Ugandans, almost every country is in Kenya, and most of them are doing business. And the Kenyans, even if others are complaining, they will never chase them away. You'll never see them. So that is what is ailing South Africa, and their problems, they should know this, their problems are not brought by foreigners. Mostly they are brought by mismanagement of the economy by the government. And for their information, there are many foreigners in Australia, Canada, UK, and USA. And their economies are doing well. And others they keep on going there. So the problem is not the foreigners. It is you, South Africans. You have to change. Otherwise, in future, you might not be comfortable with any country or in any country at all, even the US.